What's going on, traders? In this video, we're going to talk about a stock that I believe is going to go parabolic towards the upside and why you should trade it. Before we start, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get into the video. So the stock that I am talking about is Coreweave. Coreweave looks beautiful. It looks like it wants to head to Jupiter, and we're going to talk about it. So in the Discord, I alerted the Discord members that the bot alerted Coreweave calls will love an entry at the double bottom neckline retest of 105. 110 is a solid entry as well, but I suggest you start light there. And crazy enough, we look at the 4 hour time frame, and what happens? We retest that double bottom neckline and we immediately bounce towards the upside. You got your bottom here, neckline at 105. You got a little bit below 105. You ended up retesting the 21 MA, but ultimately you ended up recovering back towards the upside. And I do have a price target of 135 for CoreWeave. So look out for CoreWeave heading into next week. Also, CoreWeave does have news. OpenAI, Nvidia CEO to announce UK data center investment. This will be a sympathy play for not Nvidia, but a sympathy play for CoreWeave as well. So I do believe CoreWeave will take advantage of this news as well. So this is something you definitely want to look out for. And that's pretty much it. That's as simple as it get. Now, as far as contracts go, right? I let Discord members know that I put out a few trade ideas because I wasn't interested in trading today. I wouldn't even say not interested, but I was just very sleepy. I was literally falling asleep at my computer. So I let Discord members know that, hey, I'm going to take the day off. It's Friday. We're up 5-0 for the week. I think I deserve the day off. But the contrast that I'm looking at is CoreWeave 125 strike call September 19th or the 26th. I'm also looking at a few other plays. We'll talk about these as well. Circle 145 strike calls for October 17th. I saw a lot of Discord members talking about this. So I let them know that, hey, this is what institutions are doing. Coin 3340 strike calls for September 19th. Probably my least favorite play simply because coin is just really, and I mean really annoying to trade. And then I let Discord members know that heading into FOMC, we'll probably see the market continue to grind towards the upside. It's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna go parabolic or, go crazy towards the upside, but I do believe we're gonna see some type of slow grind towards the upside. We'll see. All right. So the other plays that I'm looking at is Circle, right? So let's look at Circle. So I actually like Circle. I like what Circle's doing. A lot of Discord members are asking about it. A lot of Discord members probably played it. I like what Circle is doing. My only issue is that it's below the 21 MA. So what I want to see Circle do is get above 132. If Circle can get above 132, then I do believe 150 is on the table. Right? You have a rejection here, rejection here, rejection here, rejection here. So you already broke this trend. You already broke that 120 level, I should say, 120 level, but you got back below the 21 MA, which is something I'm not really liking. But if Circle does just head back towards the upside, and let's say it retests 120, I do think that's a solid or a low risk trade back towards the upside, and we could see a potential move back towards the 150 area. What I will make clear here is if we go to the daily time frame, at some point in time, I do believe Circle needs to come back up here, all the way towards 190. All right, I don't know how it's going to get there. But I do believe this area needs to get retested. Liquidity needs to get grabbed here. How it happens, I can't say for sure. But again, as long as Circle stays above 120, 121, just to be safe, I do believe that there is very high potential for more upside here. So that's what I'm looking at when it comes to Circle. Also on order flow, like I said in the Discord, institutions are jumping into 145 strike calls for October 17th. Coin. So Coin has a very nice setup. It's just it's just very annoying to trade, right? So what I'm looking for when it comes to coin here is that I want to let's actually go to the 4 hour time frame. So when I'm looking for coin is that one, you have a double bottom. So you have a bottom here, another bottom here, and then your neckline, you're above the well, you were above the neckline at around 326, but you ended up getting faked out, right? You ended up having a false breakout, and then you ended up forming this bearish engulfing candle. So what I let Discord members know is that if we can reclaim 326 neckline, where is it? Yeah, right here, 326 neckline. Then I think coin is going to go absolutely parabolic towards the upside. And I still have a price target of 400 on coin. Lowest, if we're trying to lowball it, I would say 370, 380 gap fill. So right here. But I do think coin can head much higher, and I'm looking at about 400. At some point in time, coin does need to mitigate this area right here. When it happens, I can't say for sure, but I do think it's going to happen. All right. Now, that leads me to talk about Bitcoin because obviously, Bitcoin, you guys get the idea. So Bitcoin looks beautiful. I've been calling Bitcoin in the Discord play by play, move by move. Your first level was 12, well, not 12, 112.6, and then your next level is 115.7, and then your next level was 116.833. Crazy enough, you ended up rejecting that level clean. I mean, absolutely clean. So what we want to see here with coin is a break above 116.833. And then if you get above that level, then I think previous highs is on the table at that point. So highs you're looking at is about 123K, if not higher. I still have a price target of 150K when it comes to Bitcoin. Highest I'm looking at is 200K, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Probably towards the end of the year. But for now, that's what I'm looking at. You have a beautiful inverse head and shoulders pattern here, right? You have a shoulder here, head here, shoulder here. You're above the 21 MA. You're above the 100 MA. All we need to see Bitcoin do is get above this 116.8 level, and you're going to moon. Okay, you're heading to the moon, and obviously that will be good for coin. That will be good for MSTR for those of you who are interested in MSTR, right? So Bitcoin looks absolutely amazing. Now, let's say we're talking about downside here, right? Because Bitcoin can be a little sketchy. Okay, it can be a little sketchy. What you want to see here is a break below 107K. If Bitcoin breaks below 107K, then I would say that's room to worry. Okay, you're looking at a move towards 104K, and then lowest you're looking at least for the short term, is about 100K. So we'll have to wait and see. But for now, I do think Bitcoin is going to benefit off the rate cut news. If we're talking about a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, I believe Bitcoin is just going to continue to pump into that data. The highest we're looking at is about 123K. But again, respect the levels. Look at that 116.833 level. All right. So that's what I'm looking at when it comes to Bitcoin and pretty much coin. Those are the plays that I'm looking at. Let's go into a few other stocks. So in the last video, I gave you guys Tesla. I let you guys know that Tesla, I do believe Tesla is going to head as low as 367. And we blew past that target. So at this point, Tesla looks like it's going to head towards 414. Right. So 414 is all the way up here where these guys are. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that. So all the way up here where these guys are, Tesla just completely invalidated this rising wedge, destroyed that thing. But 414 is what I'm looking at right here where these guys are. Yeah, right here. All right, so 414, 415 more or less. And then from there, really tough to say where Tesla's going to go, but that's the highest I'm looking at. Shout out to Nighthawk. He asked me about this play. He asked me about where Tesla can go. So that's why I think Tesla is going to go. 367 was the lowest target I had. But yeah, this thing looks like it can continue towards the upside, and I'm looking at 414. Pretty simple. All right, it's pretty much in the middle of nowhere. It's in very illiquid territory. So yeah, 400 minimum, 414 highest I'm looking at with when it comes to Tesla. All right, Meta. I told you guys if Meta can't get above 765 in the last video, then it's not going to go anywhere. So what we need to see with Meta is to get above 765, and then from there you're heading towards 780. Pretty easy. All right, I think 780 will come very fast if Meta can get above 765, and then from there you just need to see Meta just really break above this trend. But for now, 780 is the highest I'm looking at when it comes to Meta. Nvidia, I told you guys if Nvidia can get above 173, 180 is your next target. I do believe if based off this news right here, whenever this announcement is going to happen next week, I do believe Nvidia is going to head towards 185, 190, highest I'm looking at. Nvidia, I do believe Nvidia can head as high as 240. I just don't know how it's gonna get there. Okay, I have no clue how it's gonna get there. Analysts have gave it a price upgrade to 230, I believe. I could be wrong there. Feel free to correct me there. But 240 is the highest I'm looking at for Nvidia. I don't know how it's gonna get there, especially when you're talking about this gap all the way down here. So maybe we just continue to ignore this gap and just continue higher, or maybe Monday we open up red, fill this gap real quick at 170, and then boom, we head back towards the upside. So I do believe Nvidia is very bullish right now. I believe semiconductors are pretty bullish right now. It's just a matter of what happens next week, especially when we're talking about rate cuts next week. Right. So Nvidia is pretty much in between a rock and a hard place. You want to see Nvidia get back above 180. If you get above 180 and you stop these guys out of position, then 190 is definitely on the table. Lowest we're looking at is 185. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for Nvidia. Last video we talked about Reddit. I gave you guys a price target of 255 on Reddit. Crushed it. We took profit on this play as well. So congratulations, Discord members. That's pretty much all I have for Reddit. I don't know how high I can go from here. I'm not familiar with Reddit's fundamentals, so I can't say if it can head much higher. Okay. So that's pretty much how I get price targets, right? I look at the fundamentals when it comes to stocks like Nvidia, right? So I do believe Nvidia deserves to be in the 200s at this point. So that's what we're looking at for Reddit. I don't have anything else. So hopefully, you benefit off this. If you didn't, then you see my work. Okay. Apple. So Apple, I can't remember what target I gave you. Oh, 260 was my target. I think I talked about Apple last video. That's what I meant to say. So 260 is my target. Again, I just don't know how we're gonna get there. I don't. Okay. So my best guess is when it comes to these targets that I'm talking about, right, guys? I could be wrong, right? Obviously, I can be wrong. I'm not sitting here saying, hey, everything etched in stone. You obviously want to do your own due diligence here, right? My best guess is that we get the rate cut news, right? The market just goes ballistic towards the upside. And historically, after any FOMC, we do see the opposite effect happen. So that's why I'm guessing the market is going to, I guess, correct for lack of better wording. So when it comes to Apple, I believe Apple can head higher. It rolled back into this pattern here, this rising channel, not to be confused with a bear flag, right? This rising channel here, it rolled back into this pattern. So highest at minimum, I won't say highest, but at minimum, I'm looking at about 240, 242 range. Because like always tell you guys, usually when you roll back into a pattern, you continue in that direction. So 240 is my next target. Highest I'm looking at for Apple is about 260. All right, 260 more or less, right up here. At some point in time, Apple needs to like take this guy out, like take these guys out. All right, so my mouse is acting up. So up here, at some point in time, I don't know when, but this is not gonna get left. All right, this is not gonna get left, guys. All right. Okay, so at some point in time, one, Apple needs to take out 250. Two, Apple needs to take out 260. And then from there, I think Apple's done. Okay, I think Apple is done from there. So at some point in time, Apple does need to liquidate this area. It's just a matter of when. I can't tell you when. My best guess is next week. All right, that's just my best guess. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for Apple. Amazon is still undervalued. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Amazon, but this thing is it needs to be higher. It should be higher. I want to say need to be, but in the last video I told you guys the highest price target I have for Amazon is 240, but I still think that's a little too low. I still think that's too low for its evaluation. So maybe 250 if I'm going to like lowball it, 280 if we're going crazy, and 300 if we're just being greedy. I just don't know how it's gonna get there. Okay, so 240, we'll just play it safe and say 240. All right, and again, do your own research, do your own due diligence. Do not run away with my price targets. All right, again, do your own research, guys. All right, do your own research. Some of you like watch the channel, you're like, you said this, so I did this, and then I'm like, all right, well, did you research? No, I didn't. I just believed you. Like, come on. All right, so let's make some sense here. Let's use our brains a little bit here. So ultimately, I am looking at Amazon at 240. Still, I still think that's a price target. I still think it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. It looks like it was just filling this gap down here. So what I want to see with Amazon is it reclaim to 30 or 231 and actually close above the 21 MA. And then from there, I think 240 is definitely on the table. So that's what I'm looking at for Amazon. Palantir. I'm so sick of this thing. I'm so sick of Palantir, man. This it should not be this high. I'm sorry. I know there's Palantir lovers. You're probably gonna riot. You're probably gonna hate me. But the valuation for Palantir is ridiculously high, ridiculously high. Like I don't understand why it's on Nvidia's level. What? Like it needs to be lower. All right. Palantir needs to be in the 120s, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Maybe something changes. Maybe they get some type of news, some insane news where like they get $300 billion. Something I don't know, but regardless, it's obvious that Palantir is waiting on the market. The market's pretty much dragging this thing up, but I do not think it deserves to be this high. I just don't. If this thing hits 200, I'm going to smash my head against a wall. I'm sorry. All right. Not that I'm in the trade or anything like that. It's just painful to watch a stock like this outperform some of the biggest names. It's just acting like a meme stock at this point. All right. Now, I'm not saying Palantir is a bad company. It's just the evaluation is ridiculous for this thing. All right. So we'll see. But for now, I think Palantir needs to be lower. And I'm not saying get puts or anything like that. Obviously, wait on the market whenever it decides to tank, right? Because obviously, the market is going to tank eventually, right? It just can't keep doing this forever, right? But at some point in time, Palantir is going to drop. My first target is 142 and then 120. I'm honestly not interested in upside for this thing. I mean, if you want to talk about upside here, you just revisit these guys at 180, 190, actually. Yeah, 190. This area does need to get taken. I will say that much. This area does need to get mitigated. It's just, it's just, I don't understand why this thing is so high. It's insane. All right. So, um, and then last but not least is IWM. I think IWM is it might be done here, right? So, like I said, the market's probably going to continue to grind higher, just slowly, like slowly grind higher while individual stocks do their own thing, right? But when you're looking at the monthly time frame for this thing, I mean, look where it is. So let's just erase everything. When you look at the monthly, I mean, look at where it is. I think between 240 and 245, IWM is done. The Russell is done. Maybe you see a new high, but from there, I don't think the new high is going to be anything crazy. Maybe 247 or something like that. But then from there, I think IWM is done, and then that will signal the market is done. That's just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. So that's what I'm looking at for IWM. I don't see much more upside for this thing. Institutions are loading up puts for October. I think it's like 228 puts for October. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, IWM, I don't think it has much left in the tank. And then UNH, I talked about UNH in the last video. I think UNH is still going to head towards 377. 377 is the gap fill here. Yeah, so 377 is the gap fill, and then from there we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, UNH just needs to break out of this whole area. There's like a whole bunch of turbulence in this area. So UNH needs to break out of this area. So I would say above 360 and hold. UNH will head towards 377. All right. So that's pretty much the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Discord link will be in the description below. Shout out to Nighthawk. I forgot to shout this guy out in the last video. He gave us Oracle right before his earnings. I mean, there it is. Turned this into this. So shout out to him. I forgot to shout him out in the last video. I apologize about that, but that's a crazy play. He's the earnings guru right now. Okay, he's the earnings whisperer in the Discord. So he's absolutely crushing it. This guy right here made a nice 600 off of UNH calls. Congratulations to him. 200 off of UNH calls as well. Congratulations to him. Another 140 off of UNH calls as well. The list goes on, guys. I also alerted to the group to jump into open shares at $4 per share. Open is now at like $10 per share. So yeah, congratulations to Discord members on that. Yes, we do investments as well. We're starting our investment run. Right, we're starting to add to our portfolio or more shares to our portfolio. So if you're interested in only investing, we're starting to do that now. So yeah, and so far everything is green. I think there's only one play that's slightly red, like really slightly red. Like it shouldn't even affect you. Okay, but everything else pretty much in the green that I've alerted so far. Discord link will be in the description below. And until the next video, traders, enjoy your weekend. Have a good one.